Hello and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. It's episode 317. It's October 13th. We got some snacks at halftime. We got a draft we're going to do. We're running late and behind because it's playoff season. In the last 2 years, Jomboy and Jake Radio just got canceled in October, and this year we're hanging tough. We're sticking through. We're just going to be late every now and then. Jake, how are you?
I'm good, Jim. That's why this episode is brought to you by Oso Rojo. Getting one in off the bat. You guys know Oso Rojo. They are the best. They've been with us early on. The owner of Oso Rojo snuck up to us in Denver. We've been mad about it ever since because we thought we were friends.
You didn't even say hi.
Cam, Oso Rojo. He's just like, I'm Cam. And I've just been pissed off at him every day. So you know what I do? I drink a bottle a day. I wake up. I drink a bottle of Oso Rojo.
Shit it out.
I scream in the mirror, "You'll never happen!" Brush my teeth.
That's a really mean thing to scream.
At myself. It sucks. But it gets me in tune.
Yeah.
It tunes me up. Swim Dude 2113 in the chat. Love me some Oso Rojo. That's a direct quote. Did not ask him for permission. Put it on your eggs. Put it on your hats. Put it on your sandwiches. Put Oso Rojo on everything. You know I don't love spice. I love Oso Rojo.
Well, they're flavor
before
spice.
It's flavor.
If you want to up your at-home cooking game and enhance your takeout experience, you got to go to osorojohotsauce.com. Use discount code JOMBOY for 10% off your order. As always, my favorite is the jalapeno garlic on my eggs in the morning. Haven't been eating eggs in the morning for a while. That was like me and Katie were in a steady routine,
Bro.
for a little bit. I just don't have mornings anymore. That's the thing.
Yes. That's part of the reason I've been on my granola kick. I haven't had time for eggs. It's just been granola.
Granola-oli.
Granola kick's still going.
It's back.
I thought it was fading.
It was.
Oh, no.
But then we had to eat breakfast again.
Oh, man.
So a little Oso Rojo on your granola.
It's worth trying.
I put that ship on everything. That could be their new motto.
I missed out on talking baseball this morning at doctor's office with Caitlin. How'd it go?
Talking baseball is good. It was straight recaps, which is a little tricky because it's it's sports. Like, you have to recap, but you want to talk about what's coming. So, with the CS previews coming, you want to Astros, Red Sox. There's so many exciting thoughts there. Like Cora and Dusty, those lineups are both fine-tuned right now. But, you kept pulling back, advertising the next step. And, the Astros-White Sox game was nothing. 10-1 playoff game. So there's not much there.
The Tapera stuff and Correa quotes are fun.
Yeah, it's don't mess with the Astros or Correa.
Don't poke that bear.
It's never worked. It's O for life. Trev was good. He had his Dino glasses pre-show. This is a little JJR behind the scenes. Trev was running hot. He was coming. A lot of people in the baseball world that are triggers for him, and a lot of people in the baseball world were making him hot. Ben, Zach, I'll let you guys fill in the gaps. Putting those guys in my rear view. And then, Brewers Braves is such a weird one. We watched that whole game, and we did the BR thing after, and you even said, we were kind of sitting there like, what really happened in that game? It was kind of weird action. The Freddie Freeman homer is awesome. That's every time we talked about something in Brewers Braves, you just end up there. You're like, yeah, it was Hader against Freeman.
First pitch.
That's who both sides would have wanted. They're saying it was a slider, so it's just like a dead slider by Hader, which I didn't know those existed.
Really?
Yeah. And it's middle, 83. So, yeah, that's something that was fun. And then, dude, Giants-Dodgers also last night, it's something people don't want to hear about in sports, but, once the Giants were down, that game was over.
Prep for Game 5.
The Giants very much packed it up.
Hey, if that's a slider, I know why it got hit.
Didn't slide too much.
That was a slider with no slide.
You see it a little bit now that you're
a
looking
little
for
bit,
it.
but like
for what Hader normally throws.
in live time.
Yeah,
I understand why we
the
didn't.
broadcast called it a changeup. Like, that's not a good pitch by
Damn.
Hader. So it's really tough for the Brewers season to end that way. And I think there's some parallels between Red Sox, Rays, and Braves, Brewers. Those both go down in 4, both a couple breaks, and you're talking game 5 for the home team, but they couldn't get it there. So good for the Braves. I mean, dude, it just sucks that Acuna isn't a part of this. Like, if he was, there's a conversation for the Braves to go toe-to-toe with any team. Like, Ronald Acuna could be the MVP of any series he's in, but he's not. And the Dodgers are a super team. The Giants have their magical season going. So, I don't know. The Braves got 3 starters that are good. They have Freddie. They've got other talent, but it just feels like over 7 games. Anything can happen in 5. 7 is a little more to chew.
I agree.
Although their rotation against the Giants, there's a conversation, but we're doing that Friday. Both CS series previews. Dude, Sox Stros. I guess this was my big realization today. Like, the hitting in that series is going to be awesome.
Unbelievable.
Dude, I went on a rant about the Red Sox and all their numbers. Look at the Astros, dude. It's
what do you think the
same
over-under is
thing.
going to be? You think it's going to be 9 every time?
Everyone hit. I mean, it depends if Hawk or Evaldi's starting. Otherwise, pump those numbers up, man.
This tiny strike zone that the We Got Ice kids play on is so funny. And that Jack can, like, hit it. I'm sure it's, like, a little bit of a dude perfect situation.
Sure.
But, I mean, Zoe falling backwards.
In the Flaherty shirt. Hot.
Yeah. My right shoulder hurts a lot right now.
Okay.
I think I must have slept on it. Funny.
Okay. From this week's Back Alley at Bats that'll come out in 10 weeks is the most my elbows hurt after.
Do you think you threw different?
I think I tried to dial up some sliders a little more to Trev, just to try to get it. But yeah, it was the most. Ooh.
Those won't come out for like a month. So.
They'd skip my spot in the rotation next time out, I think.
Well, we're not playing again for a while, so you're golden.
That's why I'm good. And I play. I might already torn this thing. I just twirl it, babe.
The video that came out today, it's game 1 at Todd Frazier's batting cage. Your first pitch to Nicky Cass is awesome.
Dialed. You know, I don't think I normally, because I don't have any stamina in anything I do, ladies. I like to really ease in and build up that heat. Todd had a little bit of a sauna room going, so I think my heat was properly built.
Oh, Aroldis Chapman effect.
Yes. And I think, there's a second part of the series, and you might see some other heat effects on that. But, yeah, man, just dialed. And Todd was awesome. I know we've probably already said it on here. Tweeted Todd Frazier. He was the best. Pretty cool spot in Jersey, by the way. Nicky Cass, too. Nicky Meets. Give him some love from the Jomboy Media crew. We're hoping to do a little more with him.
Yeah, he's fired up.
He's an awesome dude, yeah.
For those that haven't seen it yet, go watch the video. But look at this first pitch fastball from Jake. Am I good right there? And you whip it. It's good.
It's the I don't empty the tank on the heaters a lot, but yeah, the up and in pitch in blitzball, the up and in fastball is the best pitch in the game. So yeah, if you can find that.
Your shark tooth necklace is loud.
Double chains, chain and the shark tooth in the Rip Hamilton jersey. So people are saying iconic. I did tag Rip Hamilton in my Insta story, and I'd really love for that to get to him.
Oh, I will.
I'd really love for that
wouldn't
to get
it?
to him. Just depends what day he's checking his Insta, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
You know how it is.
I do. We have a draft. Do you want to get to that? Do you need to talk about anything else? Are you excited? Did you watch the new Sopranos movie? Are you excited for the new Scream movie?
Haven't seen the new Sopranos movie. In love with Only Murders in the Building still. Pretty good twist in the most recent episode. Really enjoy it. Would recommend it to anyone. Oh, dude, and I'm on a little bit of a Jane Lynch kick, as in I saw her in an episode, and I listened to her last time I was driving with Jess, her Conan interview, back from Connecticut from the wedding. She plays a pretty hilarious character, and she's awesome, man. There's not a lot of times I walk away from a Jane Lynch role and I'm like, that didn't do it for me. Like, she always hits a certain chord.
She's got a new show coming out called Bucktown. So you excited for that?
Yeah. Not really. I want to give away her character. It doesn't give away much with the show. It doesn't give away anything with the show.
It's all right, but you can. But, like, even the fact that you said there's a twist coming kind of, like, to me stinks, because now I'm watching it knowing there's a twist coming.
I mean, you watch any show knowing a twist is coming. It's a murder mystery show. Like, come on. You're giving out more spoilers than that. She plays Steve Martin's old stunt double from his Brazos days. And it's just funny because she's...
Yeah. She gotta be taller than him, right?
Similar. It's very similar. And they have a lot of fun with it. So if you haven't been watching, go check that out. That's pretty much all I got. It's just been baseball.
She's 6 feet tall. No way Steve Martin's 6 feet. Actually, dude, when he was young, old, he was kind of taller.
He's not like a short guy.
6 feet. Do you remember when we watched when we watched that dating show that Steve Martin was on?
Yes.
And they asked like what he likes to do on his alone time, and his immediate answer was like go into the closet and just flail his arms about. And I just lost it. That's so funny. He had it so quick.
I mean, she looks like his stunt double.
It's pretty funny.
And people in the chat are asking for it. I don't know if we want to save it for a little bit. While we're on the topic of TV, all of us watched Ted Lasso, so if we want to do that now.
Do we want to crank some Ted?
Sure, and then we'll draft. This Ted Lasso conversation is going to be brought to you by DraftKings.
Huge.
I won one bet, I lost another bet last night. No one scored in the first, but I lost the under in the Braves-Brewers game. It went over. What the hell's up with that? I had a lot of money because I did one of their giveaways where you bet just $1. Right now you can bet $1 on any NFL game, and you win $100 in free bets. And I was going up, 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 and then I got real loosey-goosey. I just started making bets on the streams we were watching just to have stuff to say, and I lost a lot. So... you guys can do that, but don't lose it all. Just have fun. Spread it thin. Enjoy yourself. Man, if either team scores a point, you win. The last 0-0 tie in the NFL was 1943. Lions-Giants, I believe.
Yeah.
It was a Lions-Giants 1943 0-0 tie. Man, if the sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, DraftKings won't leave you empty-handed. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contests, and they're giving all new customers a free shot at $1 million in total prizes with their first deposit. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Jomboy to throw $1 on any NFL game with $100 in free bets if either team scores a point. That's promo code Jomboy this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or PA only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I liked Ted Lasso. I liked the season. I don't like the Beard standalone season. I wish the Christmas special wasn't part of the season. I wish it just came out at Christmas on Apple TV later on. I think without those two like dud weeks, they would have had me hooked. and like every Friday watch it, meet as soon as I can. But those kind of took the wind out of my sails a little, and then I just kind of watched it whenever I got around to it. So like 1 week I missed, I had to watch 2. But overall, I think it stayed like true to itself and good, and I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there could have been more chipper Ted Lasso, America's sweetheart throughout. I understand they had to go through issues with everyone this season, and I think they built themselves up for a great season 3. It is really tricky with those 2 filler episodes, which you told everyone on JJR. Like I pretty much don't count those. I mean, you almost can't. Although the Christmas episode, which I was tough on early, I ended up enjoying because it's the spirit of Ted Lasso is just so bizarre, the timing of it. I mean, that came out August 13th. The dog days of summer. Like that was tough. So, agree with you on that. I mean, the first episode of the season, reliving that, it was just such a setup episode. Like I know we all said that when it happened. Rainbow and the Signal, 5 and 6. I think we all liked that. The Man City ep was good. And then, yeah, they finished the season really strong. Sam's great. And, yeah, I'm super excited for season 3. I think they left it in a really good spot with the new team and all of that. Nate being miserable throughout the season, that was a tough pill to swallow for the first half, but then kind of like you said, you kind of saw where it was going, what they were trying to do with it.
They paid it off for the most part.
Right, and it's what's built up to a great season 3. I mean, if I don't remember what I gave season 1. I mean, if it was a 9-9-1, or I think we did it on this show. I forget. We'd have to look it up.
Probably
season
did.
2 for me was probably a 7-1, which in the realm of a show is good, but I had Ted Lasso on such a high pedestal that where it landed that's where I got to.
Yeah, they landed it nicely, and I like that kind of every character had, for the most part, had their storyline for this season not completely wrapped up because there's a lot of setup for season 3, but in general, like everyone had like a big moment of the last episode, I guess, is the phrasing I'd be looking for. And in hindsight, I like a lot of the Nate stuff as a storyline thing more now than while it was happening. It was kind of like out of place. But like talking about him being like mean to people and like the bad guy and stuff and taking everything the wrong way. In hindsight, it's I like that it was like a lot of that stuff was in the background. You kind of have to like think back on it. It's like, oh, if you'd look at it from Nate's perspective, that actually kind of you can see why he felt that way. But
I thought Nate's gripes were somewhat real.
I thought they were real.
Like when he says you're calling it Nate's false 9 because if
9.
it fails, it lands on me. When Nate was complaining the episode before that, if something does good, it lands on Ted. I thought it was a good gripe. Like it's real. Like I think Ted even had like that flicker in his eye. Like I was kind of doing that. Fuck.
Well, I thought the whole point of that was that Ted believes in it. Like that's what he's trying to tell Nate. Like I'm giving you. We're calling it Nate's false 9 because I believe in it. And that's when he asks the players and they empower it, and that's kind of Nate's confusion in all this. That like, if Ted had pulled it and bailed on Nate, that means he didn't believe in him. But he did believe in him. That's Nate's false 9, and the guys believed in it. That was kind of cool, but Nate was missing out on the party.
One of the fan theory things I was thinking of, because Nate had already, like, you look back on the funeral episode, he was talking to Rupert and
I thought
all
they played that a little too heavy-handed.
Yeah, like a lot of people saw that coming, but one of the fan theory things about that was that the false 9 was meant to fail. Like, he was trying to sabotage the team. So he was now upset at the end because it did work. So that's why he was like still like very mopey. I mean, he was mad about a lot of stuff and projecting a lot of issues with his father onto the coaching staff and the other players. And
I thought the look Beard was giving, and then him doubling down that it's Nate's false 9, like after the players went with it, was maybe unconsciously, but Ted Lasso putting it on him and not like the team. And
there's just a lot of stuff throughout the season that you look back and it's like, yeah, every time they mention Nate's suit, they called it the suit Ted bought him.
Yeah.
And, like every time, like he didn't get the Nespresso machine, and he early in the season, he was like, "Oh, I'll handle it." When the two players were fighting, and they laughed at him.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of those. It's like, yeah, throughout the season, if you look at it just from how Nate perceived it, nobody did anything on purpose to insult him. The laughing at him.
Oh, and no one cared that he kissed someone's girlfriend and the dude didn't even
and
care.
he was just mad, and he was furious that Jamie just said, "Oh, I still like you."
I thought they gave good reasons.
Yeah, it was good reasons.
I expected it was going to be like, oh, Nate's just being pissy, and then at the end I was like, wait, he's got some gripes here.
Yeah, a lot of people just not taking him seriously. All that.
Yeah,
In there.
So one more season. I'd label this season. I'd give it the same percentage as the first season. So I think I liked it just as much. It's hard for me to stick
If you
with
take
a show
out
these days.
the
take out those
the
two.
two
I'm not
that
counting those. I think like voting wise, it has the same amount of like top episodes as the first season, and there's shows I go to for humor and shows I go to for realness, and very rarely. If I go to a show for realness, is like the humor, like, like Always Sunny and Seinfeld are hilarious, but there's no heart and no realness to it.
Right.
So like if you, after season one, you were like, well, it's going to get a little less funny, but they're going to do more of like the wholesome, serious dealing with issues. They'll be like, yeah, do that. That's the money maker.
Yeah. It got so much kudos and love for balancing those two.
for blending it well.
That I think during late part of the season, they could have just blended more. And you're right, it is a tough mental hurdle to take out the two filler eps because you're just kind of like, fellas, what are we doing? But I think it's ended up setting itself up for a great season 3, which, hey, I mean, Ted Lasso wasn't going to get canceled after this season, so maybe that's
Yeah, they already had it.
maybe that's the best route to go with it.
Yeah, they had like
They
a
had it,
game plan
you know?
for 3
Yeah.
seasons, right?
Yeah, they wrote a 3-season arc from the start. And like Roy and Keely don't like belong together right now. So I fully they have me like he's looking to settle down and she's looking to grow. So
Take
they're
off.
they kind of opened my eyes to that as well. I was like, yeah, they're not like supposed to be together right now.
Talk to the teacher for 3 hours.
I don't know why.
Pretty good scene.
And like Jamie Tart, the development on him is so drastic, but they made it believable. And you're almost like they redeemed him. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
To make
It does happen very quick, but
like it wasn't
But
every
not-
episode. It was kind of like sprinkled, and there was like some back, and then there was like 2 or 3
see, like, how
heavy
it
episodes
got
on it.
there.
Yeah.
Well, and that is probably another angle where I get skewed on, like, anytime they're doing actual soccer stuff, I'm going to enjoy that because I think that, I don't know, I guess I'd relate more to that, and that's something I enjoy. That, like, that's kind of the beauty of sports and what made it believable with the Jamie Tart, like, when he originally is with Sam and all that stuff. Like, yeah, that's how, like, that really works in sports. Like, you can become one of the guys. You got to put yourself aside.
tie-in.
So, yeah, it's going to be, Jamie Tat, he's awesome. More Higgins always,
Higgins had a funny line in the
Need more
finale.
Higgins.
What was his? Oh, I think it was my one big laugh in the finale.
Oh,
When he's in the window, or is it somewhere else?
I
Fuck.
forget his specific thing from there. But another Nate slight was they just like volunteered his office to be shared with Higgins when Higgins got kicked out again. But
I'm thinking on it, and I can't figure it out. But there was a funny Higgins line.
Higgins is the
Damn.
GOAT.
that's the. I don't know. I don't think this is what you were just Roy thinking Diamond Dogs is cool once he like tried it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't have to like solve problems. You can just talk
That was the
about
first Diamond Dogs meeting in a minute,
Yeah.
And
it was also like Ted took that from when he was part of the girls' talk, where it's like, oh, you guys don't have to like solve the issue. You
Yeah.
can just talk it out. So then he made that part of Diamond Dogs.
Yeah.
So that's all fun stuff.
Pissed me off.
PMO.
Can't think of it. All right, you guys ready to draft?
I think so.
Got to hide the chat so you guys don't spoil any picks here. and we're good on reads, right? Because we got halftime and then the next thing.
We read before Ted.
Whew. Ted Lasso, what a show. Random name generator. No. Random number generator. We got to write down our numbers, find our draft orders.
Hello.
We're drafting hats. So, we've kind of fallen into a nice rhythm here of every 4 weeks we're going to do a lineup. Every 4 weeks we're going to do a movie.
Got to pick next week's movie.
And then I think we're going to do a weird draft. And then I think we're going to do kind of a cookie cutter draft. Like, Luke's very excited about a Halloween one come Halloween time, and he's got categories for it. That's kind of a cookie cutter one.
Oh, cool.
I think today's might be our most viewed draft.
I don't think so. I think this
I
is kind of like when we did
people-
Square.
I think a lot of people
Triangle.
relate
We haven't done squares
to
yet.
this.
And
want
do we have a
box.
movie for next week yet?
We need to pick one.
We need to pick one.
Should we
Yeah.
just go with an easy one? We should go with an easy one since it's playoffs, so
Yeah.
you can kind of know
One we've seen before.
it. And
one we're
my
gonna
vote's
refresh
semi-pro.
Ooh.
I'm down for it. I haven't watched that as much as you'd think I have, but I have watched it.
Just a vote. Or just not even a vote. A toss out there. You guys can toss a bunch of.
So we've done.
We haven't done
What
a
have
Will
we
Ferrell
done?
yet.
We haven't done a Farrell yet.
Yeah, we've done Superbad. We've done Billy Madison and Dumb and Dumber. Those are the only three we've done.
My other
So
vote
we
was
need
The
a Will
Jerk, but I
Ferrell.
think that's a movie that like BBD and like everyone would have to like watch.
Yeah.
I would
It's a
have to
little-
fully watch it. There's like 2 lines from there that I do quote often, but
Yeah, I know. I mean, the only other thing I was itching for was Anchorman, just to mostly get that rewatch in and see what sticks, what
while
misses.
we're in October, I'm a little more open to Anchorman just because I have more quotes I'm actively thinking of. So just the one rewatch will. Get
I'm
me
the
in position
opposite.
for it.
I'd have to rewatch. That's not like I've probably seen Anchorman.
We're all gonna rewatch the movie.
We're gonna
That's what
rewatch
we've been
anyway,
doing.
but
Let's do the draft.
Yeah.
We'll announce it at the end of this draft.
All right, I wrote down a number. Did you write down a number?
Number 5.
72.
29.
And the random number is 12.
Let's go.
Jake, what pick would you like?
Ooh, I'll take the wraparound.
That's smart.
I'll take the wraparound.
BBD?
I'll take number 1 this time.
BBD gets 1. I think I kind of don't mind my position here.
Good.
I wouldn't have hated middle pick this time either, but
Okay, so it's hats.
Types of hats.
BBD, you get your first pick.
I will be taking the one hat we discussed pre-show, baseball hats.
Baseball hat.
Hey.
Nice.
For our demo,
A
it plays.
classic.
It's the hat I would wear if you said go put on a hat.
I wear one
The
almost
most
every
worn
day.
hat.
I would guess it's the most worn hat by our society,
Yeah.
Yeah,
certainly in our circles. Baseball hat.
it's a
For
good
sure.
1-1.
Yeah.
It's a good 1-1. 4 rounds of hats we're thinking.
Yeah, I had
4.
4 was
Okay.
my brain on it.
Okay. A lot of ways to go with this, Jim.
Yeah, just trying to think how other people will perceive the order here
Sure.
because I kind of know what I kind of want. And then I know what I don't want to get stolen.
Right.
And I don't know if this will. I'm trying to tap into your brain on your double up here. I'm gonna take Cowboy Hat
That was a good pick.
because I really wish I could pull one off, and I get so jealous when people can. Like Kevin Costner in the movie or the show, what the fuck is that? Montana, Wyoming, Yosemite.
Succession, but not Succession.
Yeah, the Western version of Succession.
Yeah.
I just was tweeting about it a lot, and I can't think of the name at all.
Wow. Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. I was going to say I was stuck on Yosemite. Like he wears a cowboy hat, and you're like, there's a scene where he's just like out and about in town wearing it, and I'm like, that's like just to live in a place where it's not a costume. Like if
It's real.
Yeah, like if you see someone in the Bronx, you're like, that's a costume.
There was someone at the Braves game that was seriously wearing a Cowboys hat and like
Houston.
honest.
When you go to Astros
Yeah.
games, there's people in the stands that are just wearing them, and that's just their
It's just
hat.
natural. Yeah.
And yeah, so, and it's also like a fun costume. Like I have a cowboy hat
Right.
in the office. I just can't pull it off.
Right. No, I mean cowboy hat. Yeah, that wasn't making it back. I was eyeing it. It's just it's one of the most powerful hats.
Like, look at this,
Yeah.
Costner. Like, if you
No.
if you really like, think on it, you'd be like, that's a silly hat to be wearing.
Right.
But for some reason, the silliness
Sam.
sneaks in.
It
Like
just works. It just works. Like it's the definition of sometimes societies over time figure it out, and the cowboy hat.
It's like pretty manly.
When a man wears it, not me.
Yeah, I can't. Not manly when I wear it either. Look like a little kid doing dress up.
Still might be.
I feel like there's such a more personal connection with cowboy hats too than like I have with this hat. Like it's like
Yes.
it's almost like don't touch another dude's motorcycle. Like don't touch. That's my
Yeah.
It's like a bigger injustice. If
It's like a
someone was
baseball glove,
someone to snag
basically.
it. Yeah. Like, don't put your hand in my glove.
Basically.
Yeah. So cowboy hat.
That's a great pick. As I was lining up the hat draft, because I mean, let's be honest, you do get off the main road pretty quickly with the hats. I feel like my team is going to end up like your alphabet team. It's going to be a lot of power play hats.
Okay. Selling tickets.
We're selling tickets, but it might not be, your everyday wear. So I think I'm going to take maybe the most well-known hat, iconic. I'm taking the Santa hat.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a little bit like taking the letter X or one of those, but I mean, the Santa hat has such good energy behind it. You throw on a Santa hat, you feel like you have the power of the big man. You see anyone wearing a Santa hat, they're probably having a good day. If you're wearing a Santa hat and you're having a bad time, you kind of got to tap out. So tough to wear every day. I'll be the first to admit that. I tried. But the Santa hat's all time.
BBD. I'm going to drop you some pictures of Jake wearing a Santa hat.
The wormy. It's the wormy pick. The JJR
yeah.
people know. You can set it up.
Oh, I'll drop you that one too.
No. I use these pictures all the time.
Yeah.
No, I was going to send where he's in the Santa hat and wearing a Santa hat.
In the Santa suit.
No, we're at like some supermarket, and you're shirtless in a Santa
In the
hat.
stocking.
In a Santa stocking. In a stocking wearing a Santa hat. I
Tough
believe.
to be in the hat. I've tried that too.
I thought it was a giant hat that you were in.
I've tried that too.
Good pick. Was not on my board. Didn't think of it. Creative.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you. Okay, and then where I think I'm gonna go, back in my karaoke days, which still could be getting on track at some point as things start to reopen a little more. I'm gonna do a little bit of a gender bender, and I'm gonna take the women's Kentucky Derby hats.
A floppy hat.
Kentucky Derby floppy hat. I mean, it kind of, it's almost cowboy hat meets Santa hat vibes. Like, it's the energy of Santa hat. If you're wearing a giant floppy hat, you're feeling good. You're having a good time. With the power of the cowboy hat. Like, it goes with your outfit. It's yours. You can't just take someone's floppy hat. So, that's what I got at the wrap. The reach around.
Floppy hat. All right, my second pick, I'm taking hard hat. They save lives. They're very important. Tough.
Have a purpose.
Have a purpose, yeah. Like, some guy was like, if it wasn't for my hard hat, I probably would have died. Brick fell on him or something. So, resourceful.
Yeah.
You can put stickers on them, decorate them. You can make that hard hat yours.
Sure can.
and it'll protect you. So, hard hat.
Good pick. Floppy hat followed by the hard hat.
Yeah.
How about that? Roman. What are you thinking over there, BBD? How you doing?
I've thought of another iconic hat that fell to us here on the 6th overall pick. I'm surprised it lasted this long.
Okay.
Surprised, not shocked, but surprised. I'm gonna take the sombrero.
Ooh.
It's just another iconic hat. I have my utilitarian hat, so I can go to a more fun place now.
It would have been my next pick, BBD.
Yes,
And
I'm
I
very
debated
happy
I
went to it
debated
here.
taking it second, but I felt it's
the cousin of the
it's
cowboy
like they're
hat.
cousins.
Yeah,
They're like the
there was
same. You go across the border, and now you're wearing sombreros.
They couldn't end up on the same team.
Yeah.
I was thinking the exact
Yeah.
same
almost
thing.
natural
and
rivals.
And I think you made the right choice.
But
It's like Peyton and Eli.
sombrero, fun hat. Real sombrero hats are like heavy.
Fun.
They almost live in a joke world more than a real world now, which is interesting.
I think
where,
that's
like,
an America thing.
Yeah, I think
right?
maybe
I think
an
they
American
still
thing.
get worn. Like,
But are
like
they
in Mexico and
all the
stuff.
time or just for events?
I would assume it's
interested
like
to know.
for certain gatherings. I don't know. If you know, let us know in the comments.
Sombrero
Engagement.
uses.
It's almost like floppy hat and cowboy hat meet.
Cowboy hat, yeah.
There's a bit of a meaning of the
Like-
mind.
What was the sombrero
Right?
used
That's
for?
like it's a floppy and a cowboy.
I mean, it was originally used to shield from the sun,
Yeah.
like a lot of hats, but just big, just damn big, iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic.
I mean, everyone knew what I was talking about. And now, there was another hat that I think I could have gone for. I would wear this hat purpose, but I'm not going to go there. This pick really is kind of for me
Oh, okay.
because they make me laugh a lot when used the right way, mostly in media. The propeller hat.
Yeah, it's a great hat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
They
on my board.
They make me laugh pretty easily.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandpa wore a propeller hat. My mom's dad, who I never met, but supposedly a very funny man, wore one to her high school graduation. He was 5'2", and when they called her name, he stood up on his chair and started screaming for her in like one of those little propeller hats.
Mm.
And in my head, he was spinning it, and that's always been a fun story.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever worn one in real life, but
No, I haven't.
anytime it's been broken out on a TV
I was thinking
show,
about getting
sketch,
'em.
cartoon.
Those are funny. Yeah,
Man, is it funny!
Iconic.
yeah.
And again, an iconic hat.
Propeller hat. So you had similar boards, BBD. Like, so far, the three you chose were in consideration for me.
Huge.
Yeah. So I like that. All right. I'm up.
Mm.
I'm trying to remember. Because I have some that I like.
Where are you
some
going
that,
What are you thinking?
yeah. Turns out, dude, for being such a hat enthusiast,
Mm.
there's a lot I don't like.
Sure.
But I am going to take a top hat, like
Okay.
a Lincoln top hat,
Okay.
because those are wild.
So full extension.
Like a tall top hat, yeah.
Okay.
If you like Google top hat,
Okay. Yeah.
Like-
I was interested because it was around my board. I was interested if the magician connotations were gonna drift in on that one, but a top hat, it's a power play.
yeah, the magicians are bringing us down for sure.
Yeah.
But even like Dumb and Dumber when they wear those suits and then they have the top hat.
Yeah.
It's such a funny accent to like dressing up nice. Like the magicians are actually using them correctly. They should be a joke.
Right.
But for a long time in society, the top hat wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
It was formal wear,
Yes.
which is hilarious
yes.
because it has no purpose.
No.
It doesn't protect you from the sun. The brim is tiny. Someone saw a sombrero and they're like, what if we did the opposite?
Stylish, yeah.
What if we made that part big and the other part small?
Top hat outfits.
And yeah, the fact that that was like made to accentuate class is hilarious to me. Because it's not.
The bigger the hat, the closer to God, they say.
Oh, is that it?
No.
Awesome story about Lincoln, where he got assassination attempt and they hit him in the top hat and there was a bullet through his hat when he was walking around.
That's good.
It's got to be a cartoon or a movie where the guy takes off the top hat and then his head is just that size.
Ooh, cone heads?
Yeah.
Feels like they had
They had to do that gag in the
Coneheads
Conehead,
had
right?
to.
If they didn't do that gag in the Conehead movies or skits at any time, that's sad.
Conehead top hat.
Yeah, anything come up?
Let's see. I mean, just actual cone heads, which might have been on BBD's board, so I don't want to give it away.
Like they're wearing a top hat, they take it off, they reveal they are a Conehead as well, almost like they're hiding. Look at that. That's so stupid.
That's a silly hat.
Wait, is this it? Looks like this is it.
Okay, we might have a Conehead scene with a top hat. Guy you recognize from so many movies, but you don't know his name. Yeah, he's dressed as Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
France. We come from France. But we are American citizens. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
He wore a top hat. All right, great.
Went full Abe
Glad
Lincoln.
we figured that out.
Full Abe.
Jake, you get to round out your board here?
Yeah, Yeah, see, again, I think my team, I've got a couple hats I like on my board. Man, I've got to really trust myself on this one. So I think there's one hat that I just can't shake. And when someone wears it the right way, I mean, your heart starts fluttering. Like when I'm thinking about you and I've had a little too much Roman, I picture you in your captain's hat. So I'm taking the captain's hat. Captain and Tennille, iconic. When you see someone in that hat, they have all of the power. There's nothing you can do.
Hat.
There's nothing you can do. It's just ownership. It's power. I mean, if you're wearing it in water, you're the boss. If you're wearing it on land, you're the man. That's kind of the combination. So I will take the gentleman's captain's hat.
I had a long captain's hat kick
They looked good on you.
at one point. There's a lot. It was like one weekend, I think. I believe Proch has a whole Instagram, like 4 images, because when we were going to the Newport Folk Festival, when I wore it every day, you take the ferry there. And I believe every time we were on the ferry, he took a picture of me in the captain's hat. Oh, BBD. This is a great picture of me that I think you might share.
You looked great in the captain's hat.
I did wear the captain's hat a lot. I'm just now realizing.
We kind of need a lane for you to wear it. Because it's a tough everyday hat.
Yeah.
It's a tough everyday hat, but when it's right.
I don't know the best way to share this with you. I guess I should look it up on my phone and then just slack you the link.
You should get a baby captain's hat and take a captain's hat pic with the baby.
Might be good.
Yeah.
What's
Well, it gives you an excuse to wear it.
what's Proch's? I don't think I have my captain's hat
Okay.
anymore. What's Nick Proch's Instagram? I'm on some Russian person's Instagram now.
Nick_Proch.
Underscore, huh?
Add. The underscore on the gram always.
I went looking for one picture that I knew he had posted of me in my captain's hat, and I found multiple pictures that Proch had posted of me in my captain's hat. So it did live a good life.
It lived a good life.
Captain's hats are awesome. I never felt like I deserved to wear it. That was the big downfall,
Sure.
you know. But I did spend like 4 days at a festival, and then I made that shirt, which was pretty fun.
Double captain's hat.
Yeah.
Rarely seen.
I wore that shirt to the beach once, and a guy was like, "Where'd you get that? I want that." I was like,
Hey, man. Why don't you back off?
"Yeah, you know." I was like, "I made it."
This is me.
He's like, "You made a shirt of your own face?" I'm like, "What do you think? I bought this at a store, man?" Like they were just had racks of them.
Yeah.
Good pick.
You think I just saw this? Thought it looked so much like me?
Yeah.
I'll get this. My last pick. I mean, I'm still between a couple tough ones on here. There's one that I wouldn't say would be illegal, but it's a little too close to something else on the board. Which really brings me down to two, and these are both such individual players. I am going to go with the witch's hat.
Witch's hat, Santa hat. You know, same thing, different goblin.
It's your letters. That's why I
Different
said.
makeup.
That's why I thought my draft was going to come out like your letters team. I mean, it's a lot of star power.
Floppy hat almost doesn't fit.
It's the floppy Kentucky Derby hat. I think that should be specified.
I wrote
Kentucky
I wrote
Derby
in my
hats.
notes Kentucky Derby floppy hat.
Yeah, I think that is pretty key to the definition.
Yeah, there I am.
I mean, that's
See, I wasn't
an
the
all-time
captain of
pick.
that boat. I was just
But
a passenger.
were you is the question.
But some people might have thought.
If you stood up and spoke powerfully, you were. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah. I had a horrible acne on my forehead as part of the reason I wore it all week because it covered it up.
Some of the beauty of hats. So, yeah, the witch's hat, we'll see how the rest of the board plays out. But, yeah, you see someone wearing that, and they have superpowers.
I look like a captain. It's crazy
Yeah,
how much I look
dude.
like a captain.
That's your boat. It always was.
I mean, with that jacket, that was actually the thing. I went to that Target for rain weather clothes.
rain weather clothes.
It's a very popular store. Marine layer, marine. It's
The
a
store?
yeah. It's like
Okay.
it's like a chain store, like Dick's Sporting Good, but for like marine store.
Nautical.
Yeah, it's like a nautical. But I bought the jacket, and then the captain's hat was there, and I was like, well, because it was going to be raining. Anyway. Witch's hat's wild.
Gives you powers. Kind of like the sailor's hat.
Marine store. West Marine. That's what it's called.
West Marine ad. What's your final pick, Jimbo?
My final pick is very close to the propeller hat. So I'm glad you didn't do it. It's the umbrella hat, one of the funnier hats in history of hats. I was Googling just umbrella hat last night, and I have like some screenshots. There's a picture. This dude.
Happy.
I just couldn't have laughed more when I initially saw this dude.
Happy.
That dude modeling that picture. It's functional, just like the hard hat and the cowboy hat. It serves a purpose. You can be hands free in the rain
Yeah.
wearing the umbrella hat. It's a wild invention. The fact that someone said, "Why don't we just
Let's cut out the
I'm sick of
middleman."
holding this umbrella."
Yeah.
Imagine if it wasn't like stigmatized and this was regarded as normal in society. There was a funny tweet of all the football analysts standing on the field. I don't think it was Shannon Sharp. One of them wasn't holding their own umbrella. They had a PA hold it. The other three were holding their own umbrella. Like, what if in a society the umbrella hat was adapted as normal?
Function.
And that's how, like, sideline reporters in the rain, instead of, like, Aaron Andrews holding an umbrella reporting, just was wearing an umbrella hat, and no one
Make
second
them a
guessed
little
it.
bigger. Has anyone ever worn a black umbrella hat?
I just
Like,
don't
wear
think,
a
like,
hat.
they got
Society-
a fair shake.
Society made the turn, man.
I don't think they
never
got a
gave
fair
them
shake.
their
They went the
chance.
way of rollerblading, where people just bagged on it too quickly.
Definition of the narrative took over. So, yeah, because I bet the inventor of the umbrella hat was being super real.
I mean, this guy is turning his umbrella hat into a witch's hat.
Yeah.
That dude.
I actually don't want him linked to my witch's hat.
He has so many thoughts that suck. And like so many opinions that are just awful. Yeah, umbrella hats are hilarious.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
I thought I'd be able to get in the 4th round. I thought about getting in the 1st or 2nd just to lock it up. BBD scared me that he went propeller hat because it, like, he went the gag hat route. Come on, that guy's gonna scare all our audience.
Yeah, I get that off. We have happy people in here.
I think it's worse if I get him on and off quick.
That guy is Todd from Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, and wants to be.
Yes.
Very much wants to be.
All right, BBD, your last.
Final pick.
I'm gonna wrap up today's draft. There is one miss we collectively had that I'm not gonna take, and the comments on the Instagram, they're gonna be all upset we didn't take it. But I'm gonna take the thinking cap.
Is that a hat?
Oh, when we get together and put on our thinking caps. A little ideas sesh.
Are you taking this?
Yes, I want the thinking cap.
Okay.
So you're taking a concept.
Yeah.
All right. Thinking
Types
cap.
of hats. Okay. You were thinking about it.
You just said hats, and those are the rules.
Thinking, it's a cap. Thinking hat.
Well, that's not what the
Cap.
phrase is.
Thinking cap. Okay. You went outside the box. I'm worried where it lands you. You were thinking.
Yeah. I had to put on my thinking cap
Put
to
on
do
your
this
thinking
draft because I
cap
found
to
out about
do-
it 10 minutes ago.
To do the thinking cap. Okay.
Thinking cap.
You left the realm to get it. I appreciate it. I don't use a thinking cap.
And these
Yeah.
are the type of picks we always celebrate unless I do it, so it's fucking great.
I respect that you went off the board. I was having trouble with the cap hat situation, but
He's got 2 caps because baseball cap is the.
you could say baseball hat.
Yeah, but the term, if you like Google, is baseball cap is the term.
The thinking cap.
I'm just worried I was picturing a visual of all the hats, and this one's a question mark or
It's
just a word?
spiritual.
Spiritual.
It's spiritual.
Baseball
Okay.
cap, sombrero, propeller hat, thinking cap. That's BBD's 4. Cowboy hat, hard hat, top hat, umbrella hat. For me, Jake goes Santa hat, floppy hat, captain's hat, witch's hat. Almost wish you had like fireman's hat. Because then you have
I
just
was
like,
gonna, but I think hard hat kind of ruined that because it is a hard hat.
Yeah.
It's just a stylish hard hat. It's
a specific style.
That was my question at the turn. I passed on it. Yeah, I mean, you and I don't really have hats we wear, but BBD kind of took that with the baseball cap, which might have been the 1-1 power play that was needed, and I passed on that one pick. What was our big miss, BBD?
Beanies.
Beanies. I thought about
Jake
it.
and I both run so hot.
If I was going there, it was going to be, they technically have it listed as the bobble hat, like the bobble beanies.
With
Like
the
the,
little poof.
Like
the
the
winter
poof
hat that's
ball.
got the poof.
I like
yeah.
the poof. The ones I wear, I only wear the
'Cause
ones
that's
with the poof
fun,
ball.
right? Mr. Nobody said crown in the chat. That's pretty good.
It's not
That's
a
pretty
hat.
good.
I think it would have been a legal pick.
It's like saying
Sure.
a tiara. Those are just accessories for your head.
Is
Argument.
and
in
what
those
are
words.
you wearing right now?
A hat. No one has ever in the history of life been like, give me that hat on a crown.
You don't think history of life? I think people have. I think that's a good. I think that's.
I mean,
good,
the phrase hat.
I think that's a good upper class joke.
As a joke, yes.
Hey, pass me my hat. It's
That
your
is-
crown.
that's a
Come
great
on. It's a hat. You wear it on your head.
Oh, you know what? There are crowns that are hats, so I take it back. The traditional crown is like a headband, basically. But like these, which I don't like, is there. Pope's hat was my biggest miss that I really wanted. The Pope hat is
Pope hat's
so
powerful.
funny.
Pope hat's very.
But yeah, this
powerful.
is a hat that is a crown, I guess. Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't think of that.
So do you have
I
visor
was
as a hat
thinking
or
of the
no?
other.
No, it's a visor.
I was thinking of the
Okay.
other kind of crown that I think we were all thinking of, and I also think that that is a hat.
I think that would have qualified as a hat.
I would have vetoed that because it's not a hat. It's a headband.
Outvoted.
So headband. Could I have said that?
I thought about it when we first started thinking.
It's
There's more
interesting.
hats than I originally thought.
I mean,
There's so many hats.
the
man.
headband kind of has nothing else to it. Like the crown goes up, the visor goes out.
What if I said shirt sleeve?
That's a headband.
But sometimes it goes up.
Yeah, if you went a full uncut arm sleeve, that's kind of like a wizard's hat, basically. It's a wizard's hat with a ball on it.
Similar to a witch's hat.
Similar. A little more floppy. I don't like that flop. Kangol was on my board. It's like the captain's hat, but more powerful. But it's so out of my realm. Although there's
Okay, so they're calling them crownless hats, visors, and like a crown.
so it's a hat.
A crownless hat. I guess so. That's a fun Google.
The beer drinking
Crownless
hat came up. The double beers, we saw that laugh the other day. I guess if we had a category of gag hat, I would have gone that over spinner and umbrella.
It's kind of hard hat adjustment. It's a hard hat with it.
Yeah.
Dude, look at some of these crownless hats. These female big floppy crownless
Yeah.
hats are hilarious.
Those are almost like the Vuckets. You remember the Vuckets?
I was surprised you didn't go bucket hat.
So there was just
That
so
was the other.
there was just so many stuff around it that was similar, that it just kind of didn't have a place in the draft. Unfortunately, and that's how the draft goes. I mean, that's how we do these. The other one that got interested, but again, it gets tricky with Cowboy Hat. A good straw hat. I mean,
Yeah.
a straw hat's a power play.
Yeah,
You know, I saw the one, the straw hats that's like frayed at the end. It's kind of got Huckleberry vibes a little bit.
a lot of the really funny hats you just don't know by name, like the deer hat or whatever it's called. You'd know it, but you wouldn't know it by name, and I wouldn't be able to describe it. But if you saw a picture of it, you'd where was it? It's called a
Fedora gets left off the board.
As it
for good
should.
reason.
Yeah.
For good reason.
It was a risk.
a deer stalker hat.
I was prepared to draft a fedora hat with safari flaps, but
The deer stalker hat is a pretty
Yes,
funny
the Sherlock
hat.
Holmes.
Yeah,
The Sherlock Holmes.
pretty funny hat. I like the winter hats.
There's just not a good way. They don't
that
have a
the
name.
strings. Like
Yeah.
my hockey team wore them. I don't know, because
They don't have a great name. That's kind of what held me back on those.
beanie, ear flaps, string. Okay, so what are these? Because it came up as a ski beanie with ear flaps.
That's what I'm saying. They almost don't have a name.
Like that.
Yeah.
I do like those. When I played hockey and we
Yeah.
were outside like that, I liked wearing those. Just a regular beanie, I can't really do because it's just so hot.
Bonnet got left off the board
Bonnet?
for obvious reasons. The Fez, another all-time silly hat.
What, FEZ?
FEZ. And then
Oh.
the
That is
other,
funny. It's a funny hat.
you know, a guy that probably would have fit my team of, you know, guys that do what they do. The chef's hat.
I really wanted the
chef's
chef's hat. I really did. But I didn't take it. It was between chef's hat and top hat for me. But chef's hat's practical and top hat's not, which makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Like just the concept that was like a dressed up hat. It's humorous to me. But like chef's hat has it's like for a reason. which is cool.
The like the Newsies hats. I don't think I've gotten a mention.
The like scally cap.
Is that
Newsy hat.
I don't know what you'd call it, but
Oh yeah.
Scally cap, right? you
I
talking about these?
saw them
Yeah.
called. Was this other hat website had a name for them? Ivy cap is also another term for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I have. It's one of the
Help
odd ones
you.
I have. Then
you put that on, you can help get yourself into a good mood.
it's a vibe. It's
into
a vibe.
into a specific mood. It doesn't have to be a good one.
Dude, I ordered you a hat.
The hell, man.
Oh, remember that, BBD? Remember everything at
That
Amazon?
sounds familiar.
Dude, I ordered a hat that I thought would look hilarious on you.
Okay.
But I ordered so many things and Amazon just doesn't send me
They don't
things.
like you. Yeah. I don't know what you did.
It's like this. I don't even know what this is called.
Ooh,
It's so stupid.
jeepers, creepers.
It's one of the more pathetic hats I ever saw, dude. I thought it would be hilarious for the live streams if we were passing it around or something. I'll Slack it to you. I don't even know how to Google that. Here, I'll Slack it to you, BBD.
I'm the most pathetic man in the world.
That's
Levi, the Davy Crockett hat.
yeah. So this like one of these is coming unless Amazon just decides not to, which they've been doing. But I thought you could rock it.
Oh, I can. That's like
He can.
the male version of a weird 90s Christina Aguilera Britney hat.
It's like it reminds me of Boston in the early 2000s. And I think it's because Danny from the Real World Austin
Danny.
was from Boston, and I think he wore dumb hats like that. Oh, no. He wore, look, these hats.
Oh,
The beanie with the visor.
beanie visor. Those are tough.
Where is it?
Oh,
Right there.
yeah.
Ooh.
Those had a moment.
That's such a bad hat.
Those had a moment. Really is.
And he, like, curved it and shit.
The hat draft.
There's way more hats than you think there are. You just Google types of hats.
Types of hats. I mean, yeah. Like,
Fez hat's hilarious. What the hell is this?
Pillbox hat is a good Google if you're at home.
Pillbox?
Yeah. That's like a that's like the Queen running errands hat. It's the pillbox hat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure how else to describe it.
It's like a dessert pie on your head.
It's one way to go at it.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, is that Jackie Kennedy? I guess that's the person I picture the hat on.
Where?
The middle pick there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So many hats. Update. My right arm oddly hurts.
Double stretch.
Double stretch. Let's go to halftime. We got a lot of packages to open. I might also get myself some water.
Get yourself some water.
It's hot in here. Can we turn the AC on?
You can turn the AC on. What we got, BBD? I think we've got one that we're super excited for.
There's one piece of mail that we're very, very excited
Yeah.
for. But first, can you tell the people about Sugar Golf?
Sugar Golf. Premium 3-piece urethane golf balls for the everyday golfer. Manufactured at the same factories as the big brands you already know. Sold to you at the lowest price on the market. Straightforward pricing, bulk, minimalist packaging, 27 balls in each box.
Bucks.
No tricky upselling. Designed to compete directly with Titleist Pro V1 and other major 3-piece urethane tour balls. Manufactured to maximize your control and feel, all without sacrificing distance. Go to sugar.golf to get yourself or a golfer in your life a bundle of premium golf balls. Maybe I'll get you that. next year for your birthday.
So I've
'Cause
got
I already
a true.
got a present for you this year.
I got a true sugar golf story. This is a sugar golf box.
Yeah.
This is a true story.
Yes.
Verbatim.
Verbatim.
It's actually not. Okay, they sent us some hats.
Wow.
We like hats.
These are dad hats.
So Sugar Golf sent us a box of golf balls before they were like, hey, here's some golf balls. Try them out.
Think you could swallow a golf ball?
Yes. So you guys know I was going on my fantasy football golf trip. And I was going to the indoor place, kind of like every other week. I was getting my swing right. You know, some of the fantasy golf guys, fantasy football golf guys have been calling me out because I'm a city guy now. You know, can't sneak off to the course on the weekend, that kind of thing. First hole, and I definitely told you guys on here, using the sugar balls. Luke told me, like, hey, take those balls. And I was like, yeah, I will. First hole, drive down the middle, probably 280, not a big deal. 100 yards out, hold it. Eagle, first hole. Par 4. And that was with a sugar golf ball. 100% true.
So now you're with them for life.
I'm kind of with them for life. And they just sent us,
Oh, I like those.
yeah. I think they sent us 2 of these, so.
I'm gonna fill mine up with golf balls, then fill up with coffee, and then use the golf balls as ice.
Dude, that's a perfect, like, Christmas gift for the golfer in your life. Get yourself the Sugar Golf coffee mug.
Fill it up with golf balls.
Fill it with golf balls.
And then you get to do the classic.
What?
Wait, look inside. That's the best.
Yes.
When you give someone a gift.
It's a gift and a gift.
And they like the gift, and you say, yeah, but open it. And they're like, I already opened it. You're like,
Oh.
keep going.
Does your pops golf, BBD?
He has never golfed.
Never.
No, I've done a lot more golfing than him. I had like a couple years in high school. I was like taking lessons and stuff, so I've got the basics down.
We got the
And now I'm
white
kind
one,
of in a
too.
spot like Jimmy was like, well, am I gonna really get good at this? It's not worth taking lessons.
It's a tweener spot.
At my golf course, there's gonna be
Okay. Thanks, Sugar
there's
Golf.
gonna be a par 3, like a chip and
Oh my
putt.
God, there's more.
So you could like play catch. I think I'd enjoy that. If you and me are on greens, like say you're where you tee off and where the hole is, and then there's a tee off spot by that hole and a hole by you,
Okay.
and you just, tee off and with your 9 or your pitching wedge towards me,
Okay.
and then I hit that ball back to you,
Okay.
and we just play catch via golf.
Catch golf.
And I could be like, you're 10 feet to the right. And then you make the adjustment.
Okay.
And then we just like yell directions back and forth to each other. It's like a putting green plus chipping, but golf.
Yeah, the only risk there is the hitting golf balls at people.
Well, you'd be
They've
very
That's why
aware.
it's putting and
They've invented a
chipping.
word because they don't want people hitting golf balls at each other. But
Yeah, but it's you're very aware.
it's very aware.
Like, can we go?
You're hyper
We're
aware.
gonna play catch via golf. You just go back and forth. I think I'd enjoy
I
that.
have a golf catch.
You're gonna have
maybe you
golf
make
catch.
maybe you make a little box you stand in just in case. All right, I'm gonna hit 3, and you just like if you're old or something. I'm trying to open this up to everyone.
Yeah, but now
We're
I'm
opening up golf
wearing
to the
gloves
youth.
and I'm catching your balls.
Oh, yeah. Golf balls come in pretty hot.
Well, you can dodge it
But you're trying to catch them?
if it's got loft to it. Yeah.
Okay.
With a bucket of water.
Trying to catch golf balls with a bucket of water while
Yeah.
you wear gloves. Okay, we'll work on it. I'm not saying no. I'll go out right now and do it.
It gets rid of the walking back and forth.
Right.
Just chip into your hole, you're chipping to my hole, we're hanging out, chipping together.
Look at
Maybe we go at the same time, the balls collide in midair, all of a sudden now we have to say a prayer.
that. Thank you,
I'm going to use these to do it.
Sugar Golf. Where are we sending them? Sugar.golf to get yourself or the golfer in your life a bundle of premium balls. Wow, that's kind of a power website.
Yeah.
www.sugar.golf. Oh, where do I go to golf? Wow.
These little cups are cool.
Those are cool. Thanks for the
Fill it up with water right now.
Thanks for the little
Drink
care
out of it.
package.
Katie always tells me you got to wash things before you like drink out of them.
So where do you work? Sugar Golf? What's your website? I love to order stuff.
Sugar.golf.
Sugar Golf.
Sugar.golf.
Just go to sugar.golf.
No, I mean, I assume we have to save this for the end.
That's got to be the last one, and be careful. Maybe flip it over because there's addresses and all that.
We can give out their address.
Well, it also is our address, so because Bubak has permission to send stuff directly to the office.
That's a good point, David. You must have been wearing your thinking cap.
You got
I don't
another
have
letter?
one. We have a letter here. It's from Robert. From Tom's River, I believe. Dear Talkin' Baseball.
Uh-oh.
So should we save it?
Well, we don't have a mail opening
yet.
segment on Talking Baseball.
Jomboy, Jake, Trevor Plouffe, BBD, and the rest of the crew, I want to say thank you for a fantastic preseason. This season of baseball was fantastic to watch, but listening to your show along the way made it even better. The way you show excitement for every team, every player really exemplifies how much you love the sport of baseball as much as I do. I know Jomboy, Jake, and BBD have their biases for the Yankees. So do I. Bronxy forever. But when the Red Sox or the Astros do something amazing, it's still fun to watch and talk about. Wow. Trevor Plouffe, the perspective that you bring is always so much fun to listen to because of your experience. I love your sequence videos because as much baseball as I play with my friends, I will never comprehend how much goes into every part of every play. All the work and all the content, all you do is amazing. I especially like the GeoGuessr videos. I know baseball is fun and hot in the streets, but you guys make it more fun and even hotter. Can't wait to watch the postseason with you. Rob K. from NJ. Bang.
Rob K. from NJ. That's
Thank you
nice.
so much, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Nice words.
We should make sure we share that with Trev.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got the last one, Big Daddy?
Yeah. Yes. At first, when you said save this for the end, I thought you meant the end of the show, not the end of the mail segment. And I was like, whoa, that's a long time to wait. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Careful on the addresses.
This is from our good friend, Bubak.
From the boob.
Lives in Nebraska.
We got something else floating in there.
I think this arrived right after our episode last week.
Okay. So we have some cards. I think they might have purposes. And we have a,
Yeah. Folder.
It's a folder.
Two-hole
punched. Looks like an offer letter, a resume. It says, Dear Mr. O'Brien and Mr. Storielli, digital media companies such as Jomboy Media require a hardworking, reliable staff to ensure that the business runs successfully and efficiently. My skill set, experience, and reliability would help contribute to the long history of success at Jomboy Media. Extensive maintenance experience in building plant operation, along with years of outside-the-box creativity with various mediums and diverse environments. While this particular skill set does not directly speak to a digital media companies yourself, I am confident my ingenuity and vast talents would be an essential addition to your team. I can offer the following skills.
Okay.
Managerial skills and leadership. Needed.
Interested.
Advanced knowledge in carpentry, plumbing, flooring, painting, electrical, welding, and mechanical.
Highly interested.
Big ideas ran through my head with something on the...
Highly interested. Oh,
yeah. Innovative, agile problem solving.
Can use that every day of your life.
Impeccable Googling skill.
It's kind of the number one skill.
Do you think you could put that on your resume?
No. I want it.
What about this one? Physical stamina and dexterity.
No.
I might call that one into question.
I actually have pretty good physical stamina.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have done another live stream last night. Poppy goes.
Does that count as physical stamina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Proficient lyrical knowledge.
I have the reverse of that, but I'm impressed.
Solid music arrangement skill. That's really funny.
Really nice.
Solid. Not great.
You can use it.
It's solid.
Okay.
High attention to detail.
It's great.
Teamwork. Now, do you think teamwork being the last out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that he values it too low?
Listing the skill as teamwork rather than like works well with groups of people or connects different groups of people within an organization is awesome. I am fantastic at teamwork.
Yeah. In addition, I have a superior, often high level of useless knowledge,
Perfect.
which has been utilized by top individuals in settling arguments, expanding personal knowledge, and fact checks. As a result, I have proven to adapt to diverse situations and needs of customers and clients alike.
Wow.
My resume is attached to provide you with an overview of my experience and training. Please contact me at your convenience to discuss ways I can contribute to making Jomboy Media an entertainment empire. I mean, we've never gotten an offer or
Yeah.
work experience. Number 1, jingle composer.
Yeah. Seen it.
April 2020 to present, wrote and produced jingles and theme songs for various Jomboy Media podcasts.
It's true.
Maintenance director. I mean, a lot of bullet points. I'm going to scour through to see if there's any, jokes he's hidden in here.
I don't think there's been one joke yet.
This is a lot. This is a long. I mean, what page am I on at this point?
What page are you on? I was just going to ask you that.
So that was the cover letter.
Yeah.
This is the resume. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down to 2008 now. How long? 13 years ago? And then there's one page for education.
Okay.
Golf course management. All right.
I looked into that for a while.
Skills. I don't think I could put that many skills down. Drywall's one of them.
It's good. Could use it.
Google Sheets, huge.
Yeah.
Girl dad. That's great.
Yeah.
Bubak, we'll be in touch. And then, then just 3 cards.
Yeah. I mean, we've been pretty real with the people on JJR always. We like saying peel back the curtain.
JMO Chance and Whammy Douglas. That's a whammy.
That's a whammy. I have messaged Bubak saying, like, what's it going to take to get you out here? I think he said, like, a couple years. I think his children are pretty young, comfortable in Nebraska. It's very much on the table, and I'd really like to read that resume just to cover my P's and Q's on his experience.
You know how my brain works.
Yeah.
And there's a couple things in there that stood out about some future things. Ooh, can I get some juice?
We can use him, yeah.
Yeah, there's some, maybe it's a project-by-project basis.
In so many ways.
The biggest hindrance is that Bubak has 3 or 4 kids. 1 newborn, not even a year old, I believe. And lives in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Seemingly his whole life and world is in Nebraska.
Yeah. It's impressive stuff, though. Makes you think.
Fayal said there's a lot of guys that in the chat or will listen that probably don't know who Bubak is, and they're weird, don't know the context. You know who he is because he welcomes you and exits you to every single episode of Jomboy and Jake Radio. He sings the intro and the outro. Also, Wake and Jake,
Mm-hmm.
Any others?
We haven't listened to Trevor's tidbits in a bit, but
It's time for Trevor's Tidbits. Wow.
Damn. I mean, this 2,000 plus acre irrigated corn soybean farm operation. That's no joke.
Rob said, Jimmy, no. Don't mention kids as a reason you can't hire someone, even as a joke. I was more saying...
that's a hint. That's why he wouldn't.
Yeah, he said that to us.
Maybe that's why he doesn't accept.
He said that to us. So, but sorry for the.
With that said, we are firing Jimmy when he gets this kid.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm out.
Hard reset. Hard reset. We're going Jake Boy for 3 years. We'll see where we land. Nick, we love you. This is important.
Yeah, I mean, that should be framed.
It will be. Number one skill I'm seeing. God, it's tough. I'd say plasma cutting.
Plasma cutting?
I'd say plasma cutting.
I don't know how to do that.
We could use that tomorrow.
Man. All right. Ubach, we'll be in touch. You know, a lot of thoughts. Just got to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, brain's spinning.
Spinning. Anything else? Should we get going?
Well, we have,
we have
to
one other
read
thing
one
we
more
have
thing,
to-
and there is some news, and
Do we have the goodies?
we don't have that at this moment.
We were holding out because if we had them, we would be eating them on the show because it is Nolan's Nana Bread Day. You guys are going to have to tune in to the vlog, behind-the-scenes vlog, which gets posted to this channel, Jomboy and Jake TV, because as soon as they arrive, I'm not going to be able to wait till next Wednesday. I'm eating them because they send them to us so they're fresh. Nolan's Nana Bread are so good. And get ready because they are talking tequila. Tequila. Nolan does it again, pushing the boundaries of deliciousness with his tequila lime banana bread. Wow. They're offering another exclusive offer for Jomboy customers. For all orders over $35, use code TEQUILA at checkout, and you will receive a limited edition Nolan's Nana Bread Talkin' Tequila shot glass, just like the ones we have here. Well, tune into the vlog. You'll see them. Nolan has a wide variety of unique flavors and fall favorites. They got pumpkin banana bread topped with everyone's favorite cream cheese frosting. They got the new seasonal flavor, baked apple cinnamon bread. Is that coming today? If it's not, I will cry. If it's not, I will cry.
You will cry.
Baked apple cinnamon bread. Damn, that sounds good. You can follow them on Instagram and Facebook, Nolan's Nana Bread, for regular updates, and order now at nolansnana.com. Easy checkout, and we'll ship anywhere in the U.S. A 100% amazing experience guaranteed. Go to nolansnana.com. Use code TEQUILA. Oh, I'm starving, dude.
Might have to check it out on the vlog this week because we will be consuming it. Probably soon.
And it won't last much longer.
Oh, I love Nolan. And his bread.
Ooh. Both of them. You want to do some news?
Let's do one news story. We got to make moves. We're running late.
We're running late.
The news today.
Oh, boy.
News story of the day.
And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Connecticut cops illegally confiscate guy's phone and accidentally record themselves debating the best way to frame him. Subway gets $5
$5 million.
gets a $5 million fake tuna lawsuit thrown out of court. Of course they did. Cheaters.
Oh.
Woman's suspicion of snakes under her California home leads to dozens of rattlesnakes. Damn. 70,000 pounds of grapes. Diesel spills on highway near Gilroy. Woman awakes to a hole in her roof and a space rock on her pillow.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Anything stand out?
What are you thinking, Big Poppy?
Well, I'm seeing how Subway weaseled out of this one.
We also are truck spill pods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Always
Bubak sent
having-
me a truck spill. Did he send us this one?
I didn't receive this from him or anything from him recently.
I
think I
believe,
missed
I don't know if it was on Instagram or on Twitter, but I believe, must have been, no. Yeah. In Wisconsin, Bubak sent me this, a truck spilled and beer, which is a good one. Leinenlugel's beer, and it went everywhere. So if you want to get into the truck spill game, this is the one that Bubak sent me with the Leinenlugel cases everywhere. It's a big one. I'm going to see this tuna story because this tuna story has been going on for years now, it feels like.
Leinenkugel one feels like advertising.
You think?
Yeah, it's huge in that region. I think that gets the people talking about it. Did you see the Leinenkugel spill? And they're Irish for a little bit, but then they realize where they are.
Should we get a truck and spill it?
Yes.
Jomboy Media merch?
Now that's business, people.
Mm-hmm.
Get your business a truck and just spill it everywhere you go. Oh my God. It's pretty stupid and funny. Probably illegal.
Just
Spilling stuff on the highway regularly. It's like littering.
to do it on purpose.
Do truck spills get littering tickets? How does that work?
Maybe the company. I mean, I'm sure there might be damages. I'm sure they're covered by insurance. Subway,
Probably cover any damages with insurance. They'd have to. I'd assume you'd have to do it on purpose to get like ticketed, which is what we're trying to do. So
wow, they really did like kind of weasel out of this one. So U.S. District Judge found that the plaintiffs had not adequately made out all the necessary components of a fraud claim. So they just wrote up their complaint wrong. The plaintiffs fell short in that they still need to describe the specific statements they saw and relied upon when they saw the statements and where the statements appeared. This is not a situation where Subway possesses the missing information. Plaintiffs are the only ones who can identify which statements they saw and relied upon and where they saw them. Subway cannot properly defend itself against a complaint that does not identify the misstatements it allegedly made. So they're just saying, like, you need to go cross-check your complaints and the people that made them and all your information and then file again. So Subway is not done yet. They say it's not done yet.
It's not done yet, and this is something you're passionate about. This was like, I don't know if fun fact's the word, but I've heard you tell a lot of people over the years you're eating dolphins at Subway.
Dolphinately. No tuna in the tuna. Can't be saying eat this tuna, and it's not tuna. Seems illegal.
That's fair.
People that like the smell of Subway, odd.
I've been out of the Subway game for a long time. I almost caved the other, when I went to Newport. Jess and I mistimed dinner, and our 7 to 9 p.m. part of the drive was in a part of Connecticut that doesn't have places to eat. So the only places were Subway / Dunkin' gas stations. We didn't cave. We just kept going.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you. Jess
I
was
think
mad
I
at me.
liked the Subway smell when I was like a kid.
Okay. Does the bread have a smell? I can't even remember.
Well, they now pump
They
that
pump
fake
the
bread.
smell.
That fake. It's supposed to smell like bread, but it's like a fake smell they pump in now. Apparently, Trev's trying to figure out the new red flag mean.
He
Which-
found it.
Yeah.
Bizarre that it took him that long to figure out that red flags
That
mean
they're-
exactly what a red flag means.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to not get immediately.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of them
think-
where I'm compassionate towards him for not getting the meme, but
Yeah,
I don't think he researched it for a second.
I don't think you have to.
Yeah. I think
I
initially.
think he should have typed out when
If
he
you-
typed out what do these flags mean.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have ever had to hit send on.
It's a
Yeah.
red flag. It means what it,
Yeah.
it's a, like if you Google what does a red flag mean, I think you're 5 years old or you just are not American.
yeah.
Or not speak English. He just redeemed himself in a great way.
Yeah, had a good tweet.
Never bunt. Clubhouse culture doesn't mean anything. Starting pitching isn't that important. Olivia isn't that hot.
Yeah.
It's really good.
He found it.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question of the episode. In 2019, how many Subway stores were there worldwide? Subway restaurants.
In 2019, worldwide.
Worldwide. I have the U.S. number. I'll say this: the U.S. number is a little more than half. So whatever that does for
the
your
U.S.
numbers.
has like 55% of them.
I'd say something like that. Yes,
55,000,
that's a good guess.
and 30 of them are in the U.S.
I'm so bad at guessing just raw numbers.
It's
and
tough.
stuff.
Remember when Trev guessed how many horses were in the world? And he guessed like 2 million.
I
I
mean,
was like,
It's a low
there's
guess.
2 million in America, man.
It's a low guess.
but I think I would have guessed probably the same thing. I just wasn't asked. But I
Tough.
guessed.
Yeah.
I'll cut that in half. I'll say like 30,000. Play the price.
So there are in 2019 there was 41,600 worldwide, and there were 23,800 in the U.S. So yeah, it's a lot of Subway stores. That's a lot of Sammys.
I did 75 times 50 on my calculator. Figured there were 75 per state. Obviously, with some states having like not a lot and others having a bunch, and that came out to around 4,000. And then I tapped out on the math, and BBD said 55%, so I just went 55.
I said that. I mean, that's how you got your answer. We saw that happen. We saw the 55 happen in the 55. And you guys kind of split the gap, so that worked out. So many stores, man.
Oh, there's stuff everywhere.
How many employees are there? You do 5 at each Subway? Is it more than that? I mean, that's like...
I've been trying to find this comparison with the Rays, where it'd be like people cheering on McDonald's, like, look how much they earn without paying their employees. In like the baseball world, like cheering on, like, and they're doing it on such a low payroll. It's like something similar,
Like Nike in Asia.
like just celebrating that, because it is like a weird
Except
thing.
they celebrate that like first and foremost. There's one thing, like the Yankees signed DJ to that 2-year, 24 deal. And I mean, in hindsight, we're like,
It's
oh, that was a
obviously
great
not
signing
perfect
by
because
them.
they're not like the mistreatment levels are
Yeah.
Yes.
wildly different. Some guy was like writing how he can't get anyone. He had like 35,000 pounds of cereal boxes he needed to move like off a truck into a warehouse, and he posted the job for $14 an hour to do it, and no one took him up on it. And he was like, "This is like crazy. Like no one's willing to work." And it's like, no, man.
No.
I think some people have figured out that's not worthwhile.
Yes.
Like, what if that only takes 3 hours? And then they break their back moving 35,000 pounds.
The restaurant stuff is crazy right now. That's a
For
hot in the
40
street
bucks.
convo.
Yeah,
But that's not really JJR. And I think we got to go.
we do got to
So
go.
we'll get you guys next time.
Wikipedia tried to look up how many employees Subway has. It says 5,000, but in parentheses next to it, over 410,000 if including franchises.
So
and
they
I just
did,
don't
like,
know what's happening.
They did like corporate and
so I'm
then...
guessing that's what that's what
Yeah,
that means.
I
Okay.
think so.
It has, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
So if you include all the employees of their stores...
Because technically they're not like Subway, it's a franchise.
Right. But they say they work in Subway.
Jomboy Jake Radio. The only show
Let's talk Boobach. Thanks, everyone. Check out Nolan's Nanas on the vlog later.
Wednesday afternoon
Cowboy Jake Reed.